How you doing, guys? Professor EDC with another BLADE-OSOPHY Sunday after an absence, and today let's talk about, is something worth it? And I'd like to touch upon this subject because times have changed, as I have mentioned so many times, and I will keep on coming back to this subject because it's something that generally we don't notice. Our times, internet has changed us forever, and so has social media, and the publicity in social media, as well as all of these YouTube channels, and our rhythms have changed. And so we see a new knife at least once a week. I'm moving a lot because I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes, and so we see at least a new knife once a week, and that's something that has changed, right? 2 years ago, 5 years ago, the rhythm was different. And so all of this world of publicity, all of this world of hype is changing the way we consume, the way we buy. But not always is what we buy something that is worth it. And well, these are thoughts that just come to mind. I'm always kind of thinking about those kind of things. And basically, if you buy from a well-known OEM or a brand, you're gonna get a decent functioning cutting tool. That's it. But then again, there are those things that are beyond that. And then there's just a whole bunch of new knife makers coming out of everywhere. And although there's a positive side to that, there's also a negative side to that. And I will keep on talking and touching upon these subjects in different episodes in the channel, okay? In a deeper sense. All of this I have documented. I'm documenting myself in different areas so that I can, of course, talk about it with a deeper sense of what I'm saying. But right now, I'd like to remember Antoine de Saint-Exupéry in The Little Prince, and how he mentions that how important the importance that your rose has is the time you have given to it, something like that, along those lines. What does that mean? Well, it means that we should dedicate time to what is important to us, right? And well, isn't that right? Whether we talk about relationships, if we talk about friendships, or we talk about relationships, that is something that is going to be absolutely quintessential for a relationship. And it's no different than with a knife. Why do I say that? Because it doesn't matter what knife or what folder we have. If we just throw it in the drawer and continue with this rhythm, this pace that this society is going, and that this the way merchandising is moving, and publicity, and how we are being transformed into not being satisfied with what we have. We have already fallen for that, and that's only going to bring us unhappiness and this void, this sense of emptiness, right, along other things, that we're going to try to keep on filling that void with one thing or another. And in this case, we're talking about knives. And so, is a knife worth it? How much time have you spent with it? The worth of your rose is the time and quality you have spent with your rose. The quality of a relationship or of a friendship will depend on the quality of time that you have destinated to that relationship. So no matter how good of a knife we have, if it's in the drawer and we seldomly take it out, or we never take it out, we'll end up forgetting how good it was or how good it is. Right? At least that's something that I have experienced. And I experience continuously, because I do have a rotation and I have to try out new knives. And, sometimes I continuously go back to my permanent collection, because that's, at least for me, that's where it's at. And that's what reminds me of what quality is. And there are some pieces that may go because they can be replaced for a similar but better folder or knife. But I have to experience them. Now, this will vary whether you are an enthusiast, a user, or a collector, or all three of them. Because a collector that is not a user is just going to have them in a special place, right? But that doesn't mean that the collector forgets or should forget about those pieces. It's important to take them out and appreciate them and clean them, perhaps give some maintenance to a few of them. But it is important to keep a connection. How do we keep connections? That went in too deep. How do we keep connections? What is the quality of our connection to a certain thing? How often do we use it? Or what is the quality of our connection to our significant other, to our parents, to our family, to our friends? Because social media is dictating that nowadays. And let me tell you that studies done by universities and organizations don't really say all that positive, and how this is affecting society in various ways. So, the quality that we assign to something will also depend on the time we spend with that something or with that someone. and discovering and rediscovering the qualities, whether they're positive or negative or neutral, but discovering or rediscovering those qualities again and again. And this is something that, like I said, I experience very often. And, I may pick up this old bug out, and it was from the first runs, and it was a gift, and I've used it plenty, and man, is it good. Man, I love the qualities of this knife. I don't care about the plastic, and it has a purpose. And I did not design this knife, but I am here to enjoy it. Today we're not going to talk about pricing, but just being able to appreciate something. Being able to appreciate what we have, and not only appreciate, but also dedicate time and quality time to that person or that something. And that's going to determine a lot of things. And not just sending a WhatsApp or a tweet or an instant message, that is just so very neutral and sometimes superficial. There's nothing like the presence or the quality of presence. And at least I get it. I get it after taking out a blade that I haven't used in a while and giving it some use and enjoying it again. Well, what do you guys think? I'll continue with this subject and hope to hear from you guys, to read from you guys. Hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Professor EDC out.